I got a fun fact for you.
What is it?
Did you know that the world's oldest cat lived to 38 years and 3 days old? Did you know that?
No, that's an old
What's
cat.
average is like what, 18?
I don't know, man. But anyone want to guess the name of this cat?
Oh, golly.
Joe Biden.
No, he's still kicking.
Is it out of pocket?
No.
No. Boots?
Close. It's creme puff.
Wrong. Answers only. Wrong. Answers only. Wrong. Answers only. Wrong. Answers only. Wrong. Answers only.
Wrong answers only.
Welcome back to Wrong Answers Only, the Quizmeisters After Show podcast,
Yay.
official episode 1.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe they picked us up for an episode 1. That is crazy.
We're here joined with Meg. Well, I'm Julian. This is Oscar. We're joined with Meg.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here and easy to work with.
What do you do at Quizmeisters?
I am the events coordinator and also I host 3 shows. Shout out to Bot Bar and also Happy Valley and also Dog Tap.
3
Amazing.
shows every week.
Every week.
Is that a record? Has anyone ever done that before? 3 shows?
I have no idea.
Hang on.
I've done 4. I've done 5.
Oh my
Five
God.
at a time.
Hold on a second.
Can we get security in here?
There's
Okay,
another
you know
man
what?
that's entered the podcast.
Hi, everyone. I'm here as well. I was just sort of sitting off screen and I was going to come in later, but I did realize that I think my reflection is visible in the TV. So I think I've just been sort of motionlessly sitting in the corner.
Yeah,
So I think I may as well just
That's
just
so
sit in.
scary.
Creative director Cayden Jansen has joined the podcast as well.
Yay.
Thank you so much for
I'm
being
here as well. Hi, everyone.
Yay.
I'm drinking a beer. It's 11:30 in the morning.
And you know what I've
And
always
I'm
said?
definitely drinking a slushie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
So yeah, everyone, welcome to the first ever episode of Wrong Answers Only, the Quizmeisters After Show. This is your little companion piece to weekly trivia. We're going to look into, dissect last week's quiz. Any complaints? We're going to hear from it. And Julian's going to take us down some crazy rabbit holes because Julian is our quiz writer,
And hole digger.
and hole digger, the rabbit hole digger. And it's just going to be a crazy time. So thank you so much for being here and listening to this nonsense. And another person that's going to listen to our nonsense is our 4th guest straight away. We have Charlee. She is our WA rep for Quizmeisters, and she is an absolute hoot. And I want to test this feature to see if we can actually call her, if this will work. Let's give it a go. Charlee, come on through.
You going to be in the headphones?
Yeah, we should be able to hear her.
Whoa.
Can she hear us? Or just you?
I think she'll be able to hear us. I'm not sure. We've never
find out.
tested this.
Be real awkward if she didn't pick up.
Oh,
Charlee.
Ahoy!
Ahoy! Can you
Hey.
hear all of us?
I heard whoever that was. Was that Steph?
Was that Steph? No, I think that might be Meg.
hello? It's Meg.
Can you hear
I
me?
hear Meg.
Yeah, we got Meg. Hey, Charlie.
Wow.
Hello,
I'm
Charlie.
Charlie's
Can you hear
favourite,
me?
So that's okay.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Oh my God! There's so many people here.
There's currently
Okay.
4 people. There's 4 people talking to you. You are so popular. Okay,
Oh,
yeah. I'm here too, Charlie. It's me, Cayden.
Cayden's here as well.
hi, Cayden.
Hi, Charlie. And we have Julian, of course, as well, who I'm not sure if you've
Yeah, have you ever met
Ah,
Charlie before?
Julian.
Hello, Charlie. I'm Julian.
Excellent. Hello, Julian.
So Charlie, do you want to tell us what it is you do here at Quizmeisters?
I am the WA operations manager and representative, which is a fancy way of saying I'm the boss of the state.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Watch out! It doesn't get higher than over here.
And what's the highlight of your role?
Definitely the management. I love working with the people and working with the venues and getting the day-to-day and the week-by-week running smoothly. It is so satisfying to have like a perfectly done up roster and a perfectly done up Tanda where we put our shifts. It's just so satisfying at the end of the week to be like, and that was because of me. I put it all together. I made that happen.
Oh, fantastic. So Charlie, you host a trivia show, don't you?
I do indeed.
So we're here with many creative people that put this quiz together. Did you have any highlights from the last quiz, or was there a question you didn't like? Was there a question that really spoke to you? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I'll definitely start with the complaints first. Julian, take notes. No, I'm kidding. I think the quiz was fantastic. You've done a wonderful job. I definitely like the way that you do your trivia, Julian. And as always, creative team, you did wonderful as well. I'm so passionate about Quizmeisters. Before I became a rep, before I even became a host, I was a regular punter. And so I just love that it still has the Quizmeisters vibe to it. It still has the same love and care and attention being put into it for the past 5 years. And I love that. Even as, people are turning over in different roles, it continues to be such a pure product. And I adore that. And I have no complaints. I give it 5 out of 5 stars for sure.
Oh, wow. We didn't pay you for this. Well, I suppose we did in a sense. I suppose you
Not
are on
paying
the
me for this. I did have favorite questions.
Yeah.
And the first one, when Oscar was like, pick a favorite question for this week, the first one that popped into my brain was definitely number 4, the Disney 2-pointer, which I will read verbatim now.
Please.
What are the names of the Disney classic and Shakespearean tragedy that both share an antagonist named Iago? And
The answers
I had
are, of course.
a bit of a I had a bit of a Slumdog Millionaire moment for this because I have just started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like literally for the first time ever. And in the first season, I think it's like episode 15 or something, there's a moment where they say both Othello and Aladdin, which are the answers to this question, in the same sentence in the context of Iago. And I thought that was really interesting. When I read that question, I was like, oh, and it like, I had that moment where it was like zipping through all the neurons in my brain. And I was like, I've heard this recently. And it was adorable. I loved it.
Brilliant. You actually sent me you sent me the clip. I'm going to play it for everyone in the room now. I don't think you'll be able to hear, so just enjoy our silence for 5 seconds.
Okay.
I guess that's your new best friend now, Santiago. Emphasis on Iago, backstabber.
I'm surprised you read Othello.
What the hell's Othello? I'm calling you the parrot from Aladdin.
Brilliant stuff. So good, Charlie.
I can't believe that's in there. Hey.
Now, Julian, did you get the idea from that episode? Did you
I have
watch
no
that?
recollection of that. I have watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but so many years ago, I could not remember that specific scene. That's awesome that that's in there.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's great. Well, it was well done. And I think for fans of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they would have recognized that and been like, bam, I don't know anything about Shakespeare or Disney, but I know Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and therefore I can get this question.
Brilliant. Well, I think what Charlie is saying is that she would like more Brooklyn Nine-Nine in the quiz as well, if possible.
Oh, but only season 1 up to episode 20, because that's where I'm at. Number 15 was worded beautifully. This was my host's favorite as well, because I reached out to them. I said, what was your guys' favorite question this week? And far and away, it was number 15.
Really?
In 2005, Australia was ridiculed for its 24-hour ban on the usage of what very Australian 4-letter word in Parliament. A delight, as always.
Yeah.
It was mate, but the audience sure didn't think so.
No. There's a lot of other 4-letter words that probably should be banned.
Oh, and my final compliment, Julian, this one's for you.
Please.
Calipigian for number 25.
Mm-hmm.
Is now, it's been added to my lexicon. It's been added to the words that I say day to day.
Incredible piece of vocab.
Having finally developed my talks.
Incredible. Absolutely.
Thank you, Charlie.
So
I appreciate
fancy.
it.
Wow. I didn't expect the call-in section to just be so nice.
Yeah, no, this is good.
This is the most positivity we'll have on this show ever.
Ever. Right out the gate.
Good. I'm glad I can start you off nice. And now I'm going to be mean. And here's all the bad things about it.
Good.
Do you have any negative
Give
things
us something
to say?
mean.
Yeah,
What
give us
part
something
of-
mean, Charlie.
part
I
of the
have
quiz
one
sucked?
negative thing that popped into my brain.
Go for it.
I don't know, but it's not a bad negative thing. It's a good negative thing.
Of course.
Prepare yourself aptly. Here is the story of what it was. It was a couple weeks ago, and it was Duck Olympics, I think, was the final chance game, and or the last chance game rather. And I had, as I do every week, so many teams for some reason guessed the same number or the same duck that was going to win. And this week it happened to be a duck that was very much in first place the entire time, except for at the very last second, the hand of God swoops in, and the hand of God plucks this duck forth from the plane of the earth. And I have never had so many outraged people scream at me at once. I don't think anyone even paid attention to who actually won, because the fact that the hand of God swooped in and took out the favorite to win really ruffled their feathers. And that's just
Nice, Charlie.
Wow.
that's
Quack.
it.
What
Oh,
the heck?
thank you.
Let's fly you out and get you in the studio. you are made for this, Charlie.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you all so much for having me. Go Team Blue. Do you guys remember the last time we were in the recording studio? It was
Yeah,
Team
I do
Blue.
remember QM week. Two of the people in the call today weren't at QM week, but I'll always remember Team Blue. Charlie was my teammate.
I'll always
And
remember
we shoulda
Team
won.
Blue. Go Team Blue.
Go Team Blue.
We should have won. We shouldn't have gotten last place.
No, we don't need to
Rob,
mention that on the podcast. Thank you, Charlie. Everyone, a round of applause for Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
I love you,
Amazing.
Charlie. Bye.
Charlie, it was lovely to meet you.
And to you.
Whoa, it's time for Brain Freeze. Well, actually, it's not. We just heard from the we heard from the fantastic Charlie, but we do have another fantastic person on the podcast today, which is Meg. Meg, you already discussed your role very briefly. How long have you been doing trivia for?
How long have I been hosting or playing?
Both.
Both.
Combined.
Oh golly.
Average.
I played my first ever pub trivia show ever. So I'm from New Zealand. Context. Pub trivia is not that big in New Zealand. And so
No. When I went to New Zealand at the end of last year, I was like, oh, there was that pub being like, oh, we've got like a pub quiz on tonight. I went in and was like, oh, when's trivia? And they're like, what? What's trivia? I'm like, they're like, oh, the quiz? I'm like, what is trivia? You know what trivia is, right?
yeah, it just wasn't really, it's not as prevalent in New Zealand as it is here. It's just
And when it is,
very-
they call it quiz
they
instead
call
of
it
trivia.
a quiz.
Pee-wees aren't into knowledge.
Nah. I'm not very knowledgeable in the slightest. That's why I read
Yes,
the
you
questions and
are.
I do.
As long as it's Disney related, you got it
Disney
down
or
pat.
musical theatre, I'm
Yeah.
fine. I saw my first ever Quizmaster show like 2022, which Cayden hosted.
Ah.
Yes,
Oh.
my first ever one, which was at
What?
it was on the Monday night. It was
At Beyond the Pale.
at
Oh,
Beyond the
That was my
Pale.
first.
There you go. And then
My condolences.
I thought it was great. I had a good time. And then I
Wait, what year was that? 2022?
I think so.
Yeah,
Maybe
no, I still would have had life
yeah.
in my eyes. And yeah, that's okay. That would have been nice.
Yeah. And then I started hosting for the company beginning in 2024. And then they kind of just piled a whole bunch of venues on me. And I was like, yes, and. and then the events coordinator position popped up. And I was like, man, this looks fun. And I was already sort of doing this at my hospo job. But I did not want to do hospitality anymore. And so it like popped up and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then they hired me. And now here I am.
And the rest was history.
Quistory.
Oh, wow. Wow. Do you get many punters complaining at your shows?
Oh, so many. So many. About the quiz, about the levels, about everything. I have this one darling middle-aged woman on my Thursday night show who never, ever, ever can sit still. It's the beginning of the show. She's like, it's too loud. And then all of a sudden it's too soft. And then it's just like, and she knows what she's doing. She comes up to me, she's like, hi, me again. I'm like, okay, babe, what do you need now? I have, they always, a lot of my punters are like regular, like QM punters. And so they know about the we fucked up email. Most of the time the complaints I get are about the last chance game and them not winning. And the hand of God, especially, that messes a lot of people up as well.
Absolutely. Let's talk about some questions that messed people up this week with Cayden. I believe you've got some data, you've got some intel
That's right.
as to what exactly the people didn't like this week in the quiz.
That's why I'm here, everyone. And I've got stuff.
Yo.
This is
they've been
actually,
filmed.
this is just a prop. These are from a different week. I just wanted to grab something so it looked really professional.
Yeah. A good visual joke for a podcast.
Yes, exactly. That's what it's all about. Yeah, look, guys, I'm here to bring the wrong answers to wrong answers only. You know? Wrong answers only. Yeah. As you know, as you guys know, and as the audience might not know, all 5 of them, we do test shows to make sure that the quiz is good. We run a couple test shows each week, a week ahead to like iron out the kinks and fix stuff if it's too hard or if there's any problems with it. And usually what that looks like is like, Nick will have put in a TV show that no one's ever heard of, and we go
Usually
like,
what
Nick,
it looks like.
that's like happens seemingly every single week, and we go like, Nick, please fix that. Or there'll be like some factual error and some nerd. Sorry, and I say nerd as a term of endearment. One of my sweet, precious nerds will be like, you said it was a metal, but it's actually like an alloy or whatever, and it could be notated as, whatever, that kind of shit. Anyway. That's the purpose of the test show. But the other thing that we get out of the test show is a little preview of some wrong answers. See what trips people up. So I'm just going to go through a couple of these. We'll discuss. And then, hey, don't look at that.
I was just checking it was from the right quiz.
Yeah, I did. I looked through 1049.
Okay.
First one, this was my first question that I liked the answers for. Julian, we asked what type of mushrooms were used in the beef Wellington made by accused murderer Aaron Patterson. All right? Now, the correct answer is?
Death caps.
Death caps. But the answers that I had magic mushrooms.
Nice.
Toadstools. Is it pronounced fly agaric? Do you know about this? This is like a famous type of mushroom. I don't know how it's said. It's like the one that looks like the most like picturesque mushroom.
The most
it's
mushroom
the one that's
ever.
like it's like the white
with the little
the
spots
red
on it?
and the red with the white spots. It's that guy.
A fairy mushroom.
I don't know how it's pronounced. Anyway, something called someone wrote a purple back mushroom, which I looked up, and I don't think that's real. I don't think that exists. And then my favorite answer was deadly killer mushrooms.
Ooh.
They thought that maybe they got
Did
fed
you accept that?
I think we
deadly
give them
killer
a point.
mushrooms. I did not.
I mean, that's technically correct.
Yeah. The next answer I enjoyed was for Name These Films. Our second film was a scene from Mean Girls, and I had one team write No Country for Old Men. The scene that was, of course, like
It's October 3rd.
It's October 3rd, and she goes like, "Is it like it's raining or something?" And they were like, "Well, shit, I think this is probably the Coen Brothers." And this is not like a funny team that was doing joke answers. They didn't have a single other joke answer in the thing, so I think it's real. I think that was a real guess. Movie soundtrack game. We had the soundtrack for The Bodyguard, of course, featuring the famous,
Very distinguishable.
the I will, etc.
Do that again.
No,
just
I'm
do it
good.
one more time.
We had a couple of people say Deadpool, which I thought was pretty fun. But it's like I can see.
Is that in there?
I feel like that's probably in one of the Deadpool movies as like a bodyguard gag.
Yeah.
That's which song? That's
I Will Always
it's Whitney
Love You.
Houston.
It's the Whitney Houston I Will Always
I was
Love
thinking
You.
Celine Dion's like quite a big part of the Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't know if they both have quite large voices.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Dolly Parton the one who sung that first?
Yes.
And Celine Dion? How many versions of the song are there?
No, I don't think Celine Dion sang it. Celine Dion does a lot of stuff with Deadpool. But yes, Dolly Parton was the first one to
She
sing.
works very closely with Deadpool.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she too. She
does a lot with Deadpool.
That could look at the camera.
And then I also had one guest for the movie soundtrack game, which was Bridget Jones's Diary, which I thought was interesting. I don't know if there's some connection there as well, but I liked that. We also had The Social 16. The Social 16 this week, I believe, was...
I know.
Yes, Meg, hit us.
What is the name of the second album by the Scissor Sisters? And the answer was Ta-da.
Great. Well, this team thought that the question was, what is the name of the 2 record-breaking sisters? And would you like to guess what they thought the answer to that question is?
The Veronicas.
That's correct! Yeah! So I think
I wrote that.
retroactively,
I was at your show.
you're at my show with a fake mustache and glasses on.
Oscar, genuinely, why did you think they were the
who
record-breaking
sings
sisters?
and who were sisters? Who name any other?
Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Yeah, okay.
There's got to be other sisters. You know what? He's right.
Yeah.
And these people are right. And they deserve the point.
They deserve the point. Give them the point.
Yeah. It is always, new teams come in. They don't really understand the Social 16. I feel like there's a bit of a learning curve there. So I don't blame them, but it is very funny to see the questions that they think it can be.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
I'd like to put this out there for anyone who doesn't know as well. I was playing Quizmeisters, also a punter, for like years, and I only found out like a couple months before I started working here that you're allowed to Google the Social 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on that.
So
You
for
can-
anyone who didn't know that,
A lot of people see, but that also makes sense. You're at a trivia quiz, a quiz
You're at a quiz.
thing, a trivia quiz,
You're at a quiz.
and the host is like, "Yeah, you can Google this." You're like, "What? Excuse me? Are you sure?"
Yeah.
I get it.
It also it goes out at 10 a.m. on Saturdays, every Saturday.
Yeah.
So you've got time before your show.
days.
You got a long time before.
That was
your
what
show.
my team always used to do. We just discuss it in the group chat prior to the show.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Most of my punters are sitting there as I get there, like looking at it already.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
are you guys? Warm up the brain.
I got a couple more here. We have, in proportion to the size of their body, which reptile has the longest tongue of all animals? Now, Meg, when you saw this question, did you have a guess that came to mind?
It was giraffe in the first instance because just the long blue tongue. And then I had to stop. I said that over the mic.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's actually not a reptile.
Okay.
So sorry.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because that's exactly what happened with a lot of these teams.
Oh, really?
So yeah, the answers that I got, these were 3 answers for the reptile with the longest tongue of all animals was anteater,
Yep,
echidna, and a tree frog,
Wow.
Oh, okay.
which I thought were all
Wow.
pretty wonderful.
That's nuts.
I like the idea of just looking at an echidna like this is one fucked up looking lizard. I don't know. This is a crazy looking reptile, but its tongue is long as hell. And then lastly, of course, the one that Charlie liked as well, the Australia having a 4-letter word banned in Parliament. Any guesses what the people read for this one?
The one thing I don't think we can say on this podcast
Is the hard C.
is the hard C.
All right, fine. We'll skip the hard C. But the other answers that we had, these are like, I like this because this isn't like a gag. They thought this was the answer, presumably. They're trying to win money. We had shit,
Yep.
twit, swag, grub, fuck, coal.
coal?
Coal.
Like COAL?
Yeah, like they were just sick of discussing coal. They were like, let's move it, let's keep it going. And my personal favorite, slut.
Oh my gosh. Did anyone get the question right?
Not a lot. Not a lot of people. Yeah, mostly people saying some other stuff. But, a few of them got them right. And that was one that we tweaked to make it a little bit easier. So hopefully, did people get it right at yours, Meg?
Oh, there was a 50-50 split at all 3 of my
Okay.
venues between the hard C and mate.
All right, great. Well,
Which are
that's a
pretty
better
synonymous
split.
in Australian culture.
Yeah. They're synonyms.
It's time for a mid-show mini.
That's good.
What is that?
Well, I guess we're about halfway through the show, so it's time. We're a trivia podcast. It's only right that we do some trivia that the listeners can actually play along with, as well as our guests. So we've got a mid-show mini game, and what are we playing this week, Oscar?
Well, we are playing a rejected segment, and you'll see why it's rejected very soon. It's called Balloon Tunes.
Yes.
And Julian and I, we were upstairs, and it was Nick's birthday, and we set up some balloons for him. And we took one of the balloons, and we got a microphone, and we just let the air out very slowly in a very high-pitched frequency. And we recorded that, and we have now put that into songs.
Into music.
And we pitched this to Nick, who was our videographer, I should say, and he hated it. He absolutely hated it. And thus, this game will live
In it went.
on the podcast. And so, yeah, everyone play along at home. We've just replaced the lead singer of songs with a high-pitched balloon. It's going to be fun. Julian, you'll be by yourself, and Cayden and Meg are on a team.
Oh, excellent.
First person to buzz in gets my admiration.
Oh.
And Cayden, I think you might do better this week because balloon tunes actually sounds like a style of music I think you'd be into.
I was thinking that as well. That sounds like exactly the sort of shit that I would like.
Okay.
What are our buzz? Do we have to buzz like?
Just
Just slap Oscar.
yeah, just slap me in the face if you think you know it.
I've been waiting.
Julie's gonna have to reach across the table. No, just yell out. Yeah, go.
Okay.
And then I will direct it to you. All right, here we go. Song number 1.
I know it. I got it. Buzz. Buzz. Chains, Fleetwood Mac, or whatever that song is called.
The Chain.
What's
The
it?
Chain.
Oh, well, I can't.
I get the point.
I was assisting a buddy.
Thank you, Julia.
I'm surprised by how much an auto-tuned balloon sounds like it's just a spaceship or something.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Wow. Okay.
Beautiful.
Sounds good.
Excellent work, everyone.
First one I've ever got one. Thank you for letting me get it, Julia.
Yeah, first
done,
points
Cayden.
go to...
Does Cayden get $1,000?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
He might. All right, fingers on buzzers. This is song number 2.
Oh, there's
Oh.
out on the corner in the pouring rain. She Will Be Loved by Maroon 5.
Well
Wow.
done. With a broken smile. Truly upsetting stuff. Okay, everyone. Song number 3.
Oh, Buzz. It's Mamma Mia from Mamma Mia.
From Mamma Mia?
Mamma Mia from the hit musical Mamma Mia.
Yeah, correct.
Which
Wow.
is, there it is.
By ABBA. Yeah.
Wow, well done. Absolutely
Good
blitzed
teamwork.
it.
Good teamwork. Yeah, great.
Some handshakes in the room right now. Well done, everyone. That was Balloon Tunes, and we will never play that again.
That was some of the worst sounding shit I've ever heard in my life. Mamma Mia sounded crazy, and I would listen to that.
Can we
You're
hear
right.
where the Mamma
Yeah,
Mia
yeah.
bit
Yeah.
comes in?
Yeah, for sure.
I want to hear it from the top.
Oh, hang on. Wait for it. Here we go. This is the good bit. Wow. Well done, everyone.
Yay.
Balloon Tunes.
And it sounds exactly like a balloon. If you asked me what that noise is, I would say a balloon.
Yeah.
I'm inviting you all to join me in my hole.
Excuse me?
In my rabbit hole.
Oh.
Buy me dinner first. Jesus.
This is the segment where you all get to deep dive with me. It's my deep dive of the week, something I got obsessed with or got a little bit distracted with. And since we've mentioned it already, I thought it's only fitting that we deep dive on the mate ban to give a little more context to people.
What is this?
So the question in this week's quiz was what was the 4-letter word that was banned, to which
Slut. I remember this.
What did you call me?
to which the rational human would have thought it was slut. But in fact, it was mate, which confused a lot of people. So I thought I'd provide some context
Please.
on that. So the intention was, this was in 2005, in a time when political correctness was kind of only just coming in. They were kind of only just starting to discuss whether language should be censored a bit to be more inclusive and whatnot. And mate was thrown out as a word that they should ban because they weren't happy with the informality of it.
Oh.
They were like, Parliament is a place of gentlemen and ladies. We need to be saying
Pretty much, yeah.
formal words. Wow, interesting.
Not mated slut.
No, slut's okay.
Oh, slut's okay.
I mean, I don't know if they specifically meant slut. I'm sure that would be more frowned
feel
upon
like
if that was in common vocab.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
But it's so obviously so ingrained in our language that I think it was specifically the people on security, when the senators and politicians were coming in, they would say, hey, good morning, mate, how are you? And they welcome in, mate, or whatever. And
So this wasn't like, all right, mates, I've got to build a proposal.
it was more about addressing the
People of power.
yes,
Yeah.
it was like undermining their power or whatever you call it.
Not very Australian.
Those poor security guards
No.
are just trying to say good morning.
I
And
know.
they're like, shut up.
Yeah.
We don't want your friendship.
Yeah, and so they thought it was a good idea to ban it, which the rest of the world didn't agree.
As they should.
It actually... we
Well,
got
it only lasted 24 hours.
It only
right?
lasted 24 hours because we got pretty ridiculed for it. We actually made an international list of the year's top 10 most politically correct words, like as a negative, most ridiculous politically correct words.
Okay.
So, for example, some of the other things that made the list, they suggested that brainstorming should be replaced by thought shower.
This is a real thing? What was
This is
this
a real
from? Where
thing.
did this happen?
What is this?
This is all in 2005. This is around that same
Do
time.
we know,
where-
but in what context was someone suggesting thought shower?
Well, they were trying to come
I
up
love
with
it.
ideas as to as to what
wanna bring
words
us-
are going to be banned.
Yeah.
Like,
Storm is too
what do we
negative.
call this? Yeah.
They ran out of ideas and they're like, let's have a brainstorm.
No.
That's it.
That's it. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I think that was in the UK. They suggested
Wow.
the thought shower thing so as not to offend people with brain disorders.
Oh.
But that's an odd one to me because even people with brain disorders still have a
They
brain.
still do
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a
It's not,
brain.
the word brain is not
Is not the
offensive
offensive part of
itself.
that.
I don't think a brainstorm has ever offended anyone.
And personally, as someone who doesn't bathe, I found thought shower to
Yeah,
be very
that's-
offensive. I do not like that.
It's
People
really
who are
rude.
hygienically challenged. The other one they had here was failure. They wanted to replace failure and replace it with deferred success.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And
So these are like real motions that people suggested somewhere in the world in
Yeah.
2005.
In 2005, and they all made this
Deferred
list of
success.
the year's top 10 most politically correct
Wow.
words and phrases, which Australia got 10th place for their band.
Wow.
Pretty good.
and I would just like to say that wrong answers only is not a failure. We are a deferred
Deferred
success.
success.
Okay.
That's also what my parents call my acting degree.
Oh my god, acting degree. Oh my
It's a
word.
deferred success.
Yeah, it's deferred success.
Mom,
No, my
I've
parents-
told you it's a deferred success.
My parents are actually very supportive and I love them dearly. That was on record, a
Yeah.
joke.
Good one, mate.
Fun, mate. Thanks, mate.
Easy, brother, easy.
Easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Chill
Don't
out.
go throwing that around.
I do. So, yeah.
But yeah, John Howard and Labour leader Kim Beazley objected, as did pretty much the entire world. And they withdrew it within 24 hours.
Thank
Yeah.
goodness.
It's not a good look, I get, for Australia to be like, guys, please, the stereotypes about Australia are all wrong. That said, we have banned the word mate on our parliament.
Just like that, unfortunately, we have once again come to the end of our drinks, nearly.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've got a teeny tiny bit left of my
Oscar
slushy.
smashed his.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
It was delicious.
Oscar, because Oscar is our mate. And when
Hey.
we drink with Oscar.
No.
Oh, shit.
Because
Because Oscar's our mate. You throwing that around?
Because Oscar is my co-worker, and when we drink with co-workers, they get
We have deferred success.
Yes, the thought showers have come to an end. Until next week. When we'll be revved up and ready to review next week's quiz. Or the quiz
Hell
that's
yeah.
running
this
this week, rather. We'll
Yeah.
play it this week. We'll talk about it next week.
We're getting used to this. It's episode 1, okay?
We're figuring it out.
Yeah, go easy on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what do people have to brush up on for next week?
Oh, I see. They should. Meg, you'll like this. I think if the people brushed up on their ABBA,
Oh, fuck yeah.
if they brushed up on their South American geography, and perhaps a little bit of the fast food in Australia.
Oh.
Now I'm listening.
I love Macca's.
Something's telling me
Chicken
that it
nuggets.
might come in handy.
Okay. Very, very good. Thank you, Julie. And thank you, Meg, for being here.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
for joining us,
Appreciate
Meg.
you.
Thank you, Charlie, for
yeah,
joining
thank
us.
you, Charlie, as
Lovely
well.
to have the char dog in.
And thank you, Cayden. You'll be here every other week or every week giving us the
I'll
wrong
pop
answers.
in. I won't be here this long usually. We'll see.
We'll see. He had a lot of fun today.
Cayden has been here for 100% of the time so far.
So yeah, thank you all so much, Julian. As always, I love you,
Thank you,
man.
Julian.
I love you, man. Julian and I will be
guys.
here every week.
I love you,
and
Oscar.
Thank you. Oh wow, that's really sweet. And if you want to look as sweet as us, head on over to shop.quizmeisters.com because we are all repping the merch here except for Julian.
He hasn't worked here long enough.
Yeah, that's true. He's a
My cap
newbie.
is upstairs. I forgot to
Yeah,
bring
that's
it.
true. And hey, if you want to be a part of the show, you can actually call in. We have a new hotline feature. So go to speakpipe.com/quizmeisters and you can voice your opinion. Do you have a complaint about the quiz? Do you have a compliment?
Yeah. You can be like Charlie and actually be nice to us.
Actually be nice to us.
I'm gonna get my nerd group in on that. They're gonna let my Tuesday dog tap
please.
nerd group.
Actually get them to call
Oh,
in.
I will.
Beautiful.
Jack's gonna be wrapped.
I
So will
am
Charlie.
excited.
Actually, and a different Charlie though.
There are too many Charlies.
Yeah.
But until then, it is goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Nice.
Oh.
Landed it. Stuck the landing.
Bye, everyone. Love you.
Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only.